Hi there, Bob Dietrich here. Hey, I wanted to share a few things with you about starting your own business. You know, I remember when I was in my early 30s, I was thinking about starting my own business and I started learning a lot. And I think the number one thing that you can do as someone who wants to start your own business is learn as much as you can. Engage the learning process. Look for books on entrepreneurship, especially in the niche market that you want to open your business in. And that is probably the biggest piece of advice I can give you and a good place to start as a new entrepreneur. The second piece of advice I can give you is make sure that you work on your mindset around money. And here's what I mean by that. Sometimes we are employees and we want to get out of that rat race and we still want to start our own business, but we don't know how. So we start learning about it and we find something that we want to do and we get all excited and we go for it. But we don't have the financial resources to support ourselves through it, nor do we have the money mindset to make it through. The money mindset looks something like this. When you're an employee, your money mindset is, I get a paycheck every 2 weeks or maybe twice a month. And I go to that job, I show up, I do my stuff, and they feed me, meaning they give me money as a result of doing that. And that's fine, that's not a bad way to do it, it's just not independent. It's just not where you're going as an entrepreneur. When you're an entrepreneur, the mindset you must have is that nobody's going to feed me. I have to create results. And sometimes those results can take a while to create. Sometimes they're 3 months or 6 months or a year, which means that you have to have those financial resources in place to pay you during that time, to take care of your bills during that time and your needs as far as your rent or your mortgage or whatever it is. So having that money mindset is extremely important. If you have a mindset around being an employee and you go into trying to open your own business, what you're going to find is that you're going to get yourself in debt, or you are going to expect money and it's not going to happen, or you set yourself up to where you think money is going to come in and then it doesn't come in and you don't have any resources to back you up. So having a money mindset, planning months and maybe a year or two in advance on how you're going to handle your financial resources is extremely, extremely important. And I would say the third thing that you want to watch out for as an entrepreneur is to not get yourself in something called a high concept. I learned this at a program called the AJI Network, where they focused in on business owners and business professionals. And they used a phrase called a high concept. The high concept is a phrase used in the movie theater. It's like, tell me your elevator pitch of the movie. And so they give this high concept of an elevator pitch. And it's a high concept meaning like it's like just a basic story plot. And sometimes as business owners, or as potential business owners, wannabe business owners, we create this idea of a basic plot of how our business is going to go. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make this product, or I'm going to buy this product and I'm going to sell it, and I have this idea of how I'm going to sell it, and people are just going to start buying. And there's not much in the way of detail thought through on how that process is going to be handled. So the problem is we get into this high concept, right, where the details aren't thought through and we think things are going to happen in a certain way and then they don't. And if we're caught up in an improper money mindset at the same time, it could be a disaster. When really the idea was solid, it just needed more thought and more resources put toward it. So long story short is when you have the proper money mindset, along with a detailed plan, not a high-level plan, but a detailed plan of what you're going to do. And you are learning from people who have been in business, and especially in your niche market, you are set up for success, and you have bigger chance of creating the result you want than if you do not have these in place. So that's the advice I would give you as an entrepreneur, is make sure those things are in place, and the chances of you having success in your business skyrocket.